What's going on, Super Friends? It's SuperDude here again with a quieter video. It is 1:52 in the morning on May the 1st. So 15 more days until the official release of Injustice 2. Technically, well, yeah, 15 days. 15 days from this exact moment, Injustice 2 will be officially released at midnight. So yeah, that's right. And I'll be counting down every day when I make videos. I won't be doing an everyday video for I might do a video every day for the next little while, but this one's just gonna be really special, so it's gonna be something different. I said I would do a video on Premiere skins, and I'm going to do a video on Premiere skins I would love to see in the future, and I'm going to talk about some of that in here. But immediately what I want to discuss is I want to talk about, the Premiere skins that we already know we're getting, the 5 confirmed. There's only 5 confirmed, like, not highly anticipated, not highly speculated, not 99% confirmed. These 5 that I'm going to be talking about are confirmed Premiere skins, and I'm saving the one for last because it's one that I'm really excited about the announcement about, because it opens up a lot of really cool stuff possibly for the future. So there is, super juice. So there is a possibility for some really cool Premiere skins in that area. So I'm going to be talking about that. But first, I'm going to give a little history of each character, and I'm going to talk about if I like the character being a Premiere skin, yada yada, what have you. We're going to start with the one we've seen already, being the Reverse Flash. Now, the Reverse Flash is a name used by several speedsters who are enemies to the Flash. The original Reverse Flash was the rival arch nemesis to Jay Garrick in the Golden Age. Professor Zoom was the first villain to call himself Reverse Flash, a 25th century scientist who fought Barry Allen in the Silver Age. Professor Zoom's successor was Zoom, an enemy to Wally West, who replicated super speed by moving through time. Inertia was the evil counterpart to Bart Allen, also calling himself Kid Zoom. The New 52 reboot introduces Daniel West as the new Reverse Flash, brother to Iris West. Reverse Flash was created by John Broome and Carmine Infantino, first appearing in The Flash 139, or issue 139, 1963. Now, design-wise, I kind of like the Daniel West Prime Earth version of the Reverse Flash a little better, because it's got that red and black sort of demonic look going on. It's pretty cool looking to me. But you can't do the Reverse Flash and not go classic actual Reverse Flash. Yellow suit, red symbol, and his lightning is red instead of yellow. We haven't actually gotten to see his lightning in game, but I'm assuming that they changed it from yellow lightning to red lightning to make that little transition over. Am I happy that he's a Premiere skin? Well, yes and no, and I'm going to probably say that for a lot of these Premiere skins, that he really is there's a lot you can do that would make him feel like his own character, like giving him a grab that's like a vibrating the hand and then into the person and then throwing them, or different more brutal ways of using the speed force on the opponent. However, I love the fact that he's in the game, and I love the fact that he's not just a color swap. Like, he's not just put this shader on the Flash and all of a sudden he's the Reverse Flash, but he's still talking like Barry Allen, and he sounds like Barry Allen. He says the same Barry Allen stuff. I like that. I like that for all the Premiere skins, because it gives them each their own individual personalities, which is great. especially for the character I'm going to talk about next. But how do you get the Premier Skin? I'm also going to be talking about how to acquire each Premier Skin that we know of. And for Reverse Flash, the only way to unlock him that we know right now is to get the Ultimate Edition of Injustice 2, and you will get a code to download the Reverse Flash Premier Skin. There is going to be a way to unlock it in game. We just don't know what that is right now, so we're not going to be talking about that. But on to the next one. This is one I'm really happy to see. This is kind of what sold me on the Premier Skin idea. And that is Kara Zor-El from Earth 2, i.e. aka Power Girl. Power Girl is the Earth 2 counterpart of the Kryptonian Supergirl and first cousin of Kal-El, the Superman of Earth 2. Possessing her cousin's super strength and ability to fly, she took his place in the Justice Society of America after he entered into semi-retirement to focus on his personal life. Kara Zor-El has since been recognized as an important member of the JSA. After the events of Crisis on Infinite Earths and the merging of Earth 2 into New Earth, Power Girl was led to believe that she was a descendant of the Atlantean sorcerer Arion. This was later revealed to be a deception by a projection of Arion. Kara's true Earth 2 heritage was revealed to her during the Infinite Crisis. Now, Power Girl's always been a cool character to me. She's essentially Supergirl with cut short hair, a different a white costume with the enhancements attached to it, and she's really just she's just a more aggressive version of Supergirl. She's a beat down, in your face type of character. I can't wait to see what her interactions are going to be like with certain characters. Same thing with Reverse Flash. I want to see him interacting more with with the Flash. I want to see him interacting more with characters like Superman and Batman. I want to see him interacting with Captain Cold. I think it's going to be interesting. So, same with Kara Zor-El. I think her interacting with Supergirl, her interacting with Superman, Batman. I just think it's going to be interesting in general, having the Supergirl Premier Skin. Now, am I excited for it? Yes, like I said, the Supergirl Premier Skin is one of the main reasons I got the Ultimate Edition of Injustice 2. That way I had immediate access to this Premier Skin and can use it right away. Excuse me. Excuse me. Take a sip here. Kara Zor-El and Power Girl both, Kara Zor-El and Power Girl both, Power Girl in general is just a fun character that I would like to see given more time in future stories, like future comic books, future Injustice games. I would like to see her added into the next Injustice game and maybe make Supergirl a Premier Skin, possibly do that. But I can see why they made Supergirl the character and Power Girl the Premier Skin, because Supergirl is the more well-known of the two, plus you can do the whole changing the symbol with Supergirl, and you can't do it with Power Girl. You can't really change the symbol on Power Girl's costume because there is no symbol on Power Girl's costume. So I can see why they did what they did. But it's going to be really cool to see her. And the only way to get the Power Girl skin right now that we know of is to get the Ultimate Edition of Injustice 2. Again, same thing with this one and the next one I'm going to talk about, as well as Reverse Flash. You can only get Power Girl by having the download code for the Premier Skin. There's going to be a way to unlock it in-game, but we don't know what that is just yet. Now, this one I'm a little miffed about. But I'll tell you who it is, and then I'll talk about the origins or whatever, and then I'll get into what my issues with it are. John Stewart is an architect, later retconned into a veteran U.S. Marine from Detroit, Michigan, who was selected by the Guardians as a backup Green Lantern to the then-current Green Lantern Hal Jordan after the previous backup Guy Gardner was seriously injured after getting hit by a car while trying to save a civilian. Whew. Although Jordan objected to the decision after seeing that Stewart had a belligerent attitude to authority figures, The Guardians stood by their decision and chided Jordan for his supposed bigoted outlook on the issue. Jordan explained that he just felt that even though Stewart might have the integrity for the task, he obviously would have a chip on his shoulder bigger than the Rock of Gibraltar. Okay, so basically, John Stewart Green Lantern is a more like steadfast, headstrong, serious version of Green Lantern, as opposed to Hal Jordan, who's a more joking, haha version of Green Lantern. I personally prefer John Stewart to Hal Jordan. I like the voice actor they've given him in all the animated shows. I like his history a little more. I definitely don't. I like Hal Jordan more than Guy Gardner. At some point, I'll rank the Green Lanterns of Earth by like my favorites. I think it's cool that he's in the game. Here's where I'm miffed. In the previous game, he was a skin. In this game, also a skin. I think what they should do is they should make it, and this is a predictions also, is that they should make Hal Jordan become killed off. Hal Jordan should get killed off in Injustice 2, causing John Stewart to become the main Green Lantern for Injustice 3. That's my 2 cents on that. I would rather have seen him as his own character with his own constructs and this and that and the other thing. But just like I would have liked to have seen Reverse Flash with his own moveset. But I can see why he's a premier skin, and I'm just going to accept it and move on. And hope that he looks different than he did in the first one. Maybe a little closer to his animated Justice League look. But to unlock John Stewart, you have to have the Ultimate Edition of Injustice 2, or you have to unlock it in-game with a way that's currently unknown. Once the game comes out, I'm going to figure out how to unlock all the premier skins, and then I'm going to let you guys know how I did that. So, and right now, immediate assumptions, they're in diamond boxes. Diamond mother boxes. Because you have the bronze, the silver, the gold, the platinum, and the diamond mother boxes. I'm assuming the diamond mother box you get one premier skin and unlock until you've unlocked them all. That's just my 2 cents. Or you can maybe play as, say you want to unlock Supergirl or Power Girl, you play as Supergirl and go through her like multiverse mode, and then that unlocks it, or something like little like that, like, you know. And we'll talk about it more once we get to the next character, but John Stewart, premier skin. The next premier skin we know about is Mr. Freeze. He was confirmed in via a picture on the trailer we got for the Gear system. Mr. Freeze is a supervillain enemy of Batman who fights using cold-themed weapons. Formerly a scientist working in cryogenics, he had dedicated his life to finding a cure for his wife Nora Freeze's terminal illness. Following a horrible lab accident, he became dependent on sub-zero temperatures to survive and began using his experimental inventions to commit crimes in efforts to fund his research. This also requires an exoskeleton that keeps him constantly freezing. Losing touch with humanity over time, he eventually turns into a colder and more sadistic psychopath. In his early career, he used the name Mr. Zero. He has been a member of the Injustice League and the Secret Society of Supervillains. Mr. Freeze was created by Bob Kane, Dave Wood, and Sheldon Moldoff. First appearing in Batman issue 121, 1959. So, Victor Freeze, love the name, is Mr. Freeze. I always thought it was Dr. Freeze, but it's Mr. Freeze. And he is essentially Batman's Captain Cold. He is a frozen, he has a His skin is cold. If he's in a warm room too long without his suit, he begins to die. That kind of thing. And he was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger in a really interesting Batman movie. But again, there's a lot you could do to make him his own character, but having Captain Cold and Mr. Freeze could upset a couple people. So I'm glad he is premier. He is a premier skin. I'm not saying he should be a premier skin. He should always be a premier skin. I think he should be his own character later down the line. But I think having either Mr. Freeze be in the game and Captain Cold be premier skin, or the other way around, works. Personally, now this is an interesting personally here. Personally, I would have had Mr. Freeze been the character, and I would have had Captain Cold be the premier skin, and you can use the original Captain Cold in the suit with the blue and white hoodie, poncho thing, and all that. But I like the Captain Cold in the game, so either one would have been cool with me. No pun intended on the cool there. But talking about how to unlock Mr. Freeze, we don't know yet. You can't unlock him by buying the Ultimate Edition. He is just going to be unlocked through some form of in-game play. He is going to be an interesting premier skin. I want to see what design they end up going with and how exactly bulky he looks in his costume. But this is another one of those, you can unlock this costume in a cool way. Like, you could have a Batman tower and then have Captain Cold use Captain Cold to beat the Batman tower, or use Captain Cold to beat Batman and whatever, and then you unlocked him. That kind of thing. Now, the last one that we know of is one that I'm excited for. The last premier skin we have confirmed so far is Prime Earth, or Earth 3, whatever. Cyborg, aka Grid. Now, here's the history of Grid, and I'm going to talk about another thing with it. So, after Cyborg was given the technology to keep him alive, Cyborg realized that with its telecommunication, he could keep constant watch on every superhuman on Earth. However, aware of the invasion of privacy, he refused to consciously hunt for information, leaving secondary cybernetic systems to hunt passively for information. He began to refer to the software that curated the database as the Grid. So there was the system in his robotics that would hunt information that Cyborg's human consciousness didn't want to look for. And he started to refer to that database as the Grid. This software grew and developed into a genuine computer intelligence with quirks copied from the viruses and hackers it encountered. It was shepherded into full ascensions by Atomica, who used it to steal all the data of the Justice League's adventures. When she betrayed the heroes to the crime syndicate, she brought it with her onto the villain team. The machine mind, now christened Grid, served the crime syndicate in exchange for two things it wanted: a body, Cold from the robotic prosthesis of Cyborg, and emotions, which was its ultimate goal. So, Grid is just a cybernetics program put into a robotic body, essentially Ultron, but he is the evil parts of Cyborg. He is the parts that, while encountering these viruses and hackers, he quickly he picked up these evil quirks, these evil little things that he doesn't know is evil necessarily, that I believe, but they are evil when you look at them. And shepherded into full ascensions by Atomica, another member of the crime syndicate. I'm really excited that Grid's in this game as a premier skin, because it opens up options for other crime syndicate characters, and I'll talk about the crime syndicate in a second. I'm really looking forward to Grid's design in this game, and his voice, because you can't give him a human voice. If he has a human voice, I'm going to be mad. You have to give him this sort of, like, he can't speak like a human. He has to have robotic parts behind it, kind of like Triborg. I am very excited. I'm hoping that he gets his own intro. Like, instead of doing this thing, maybe he does something else. Or if he's doing it, he's clearly downloading viruses, or maybe it's red instead of blue or whatever. It'd be interesting to look at. And this was the premiere skin in mind I had for Cyborg, and I'm glad it's confirmed now. So when I do my premiere skins video, I will be mentioning all the confirmed ones that I had thought of before. Anyway, so to unlock Grid, the only way we know right now, you can unlock him in game with an unknown and through an unknown way. The only way we know of right now is by connecting your WB account of Injustice 2 with your console version and vice versa. It's gonna be interesting. So let's see. The Crime Syndicate. What is the Crime Syndicate? Well, let me go to... The Crime Syndicate are a team of evil counterparts to the Justice League existing on Earth 3. Their original membership included Atomica, Deathstorm, Grid, Johnny Quick, the Martian Manhunter of Earth 3, John Johns, the Martian Manhunter of Earth 3, aka John Johns, the Outsider, Owlman, Power Ring, Sea King, Superman, or Superwoman, and Ultraman. Now, I have a list pulled up of all the characters and their counterparts, yada yada. So, the Ultraman is the counterpart of Crime Syndicate on Earth 3. Basically, all the heroes that are good on this Earth are evil over there. So, for example, Ultraman is the counterpart of Superman. Superwoman, counterpart of Wonder Woman. Owlman is the counterpart of Batman. Johnny Quick is the counterpart of the Flash, or at least one of them. Power Ring is the counterpart of the Green Lantern, the evil Green Lantern. He is there are others. Scarab being Blue Beetle's counterpart, Slipstream being a counterpart for the Flash, Elastaman being Elongated Man's counterpart, and Element Man being Metamorpho's counterpart. Also, we have Deadeye, a counterpart to the Green Arrow. Now, there's White Martian, who's Martian Manhunter's antimatter counterpart. Barracuda is another counterpart for Aquaman, though he has a non-human fishman appearance. And then there's Hawkman's counterpart, who was killed by the Crime Syndicate, his name being Blood Eagle. The New 52 lineup includes Deathstorm for Firestorm, Sea King for Aquaman, Atomica for the Atom, and Grid. So Grid is there. I'm excited for this. I like the idea of the Crime Syndicate. I like the idea of all the heroes that you thought were good end up being not so much. And then you have the Outsider, who is Alfred Pennyworth of Earth 3. So there's a lot of cool costume premiere skin potential. I would love to see a Deadeye version of Green Arrow. That'd be nice. I would love to see Deathstorm for Firestorm, which I think we're going to. I would like to see Scarab for Blue Beetle. That would be nice. I would love to see Slipstream for the Flash, even though we already have. And then I would love to see the main ones: Ultraman, Superwoman, Owlman, Johnny Quick, and Power Ring. I like the idea of them going into the Crime Syndicate. Excuse me, for these premiere skins. I think it'd be interesting. So, this has been my video. It's already too long. So what do you think of these premiere skins that we've gotten so far? What ones do you want to see in the future? What do you think of the Crime Syndicate? What do you think of Crime Syndicate skins being brought into as premiere skins for Injustice 2? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, you guys have been Super Friends, I've been SuperDude, and real quick before we leave, I have a super announcement for you. I will be doing very, very, very soon my Deadshot, my my Catwoman and my Poison Ivy videos. I just didn't have time to do it in the last little while. It's exams week. I'm probably not going to have time to do it in the next couple of days, but I will do them as soon as I can. The only reason I have time to do this right now is because I woke up from a temperature issue in my room and decided to throw this video together since I was already awake. But I'm about to go back to bed because I have class at 9 a.m. and it's 2:18, so about to go back to sleep in that to make sure I'm not tired for class, because education comes first. But you know the drill. Until next time, guys, this is SuperDude saying up, and away.